World AIDS Day encourages people to share how they fight the disease through the arts, and flag dancing, a dance arts form with roots in New York City itself, was almost lost to that disease. If you've never heard of flag dancing, take a quick look.
I've flagged out on the beach in Provincetown to just the sound of the surf and the wind. That is a lovely feeling.
Flagging allows for great self-expression.
Flaggers spent 4 or 5 hours on the dance floor.
That is the best flagging I have ever seen.
You're performing in front, you galvanize the energy on the dance floor.
Let yourself loose and go with the music.
All right, here to talk more about World AIDS Day and the documentary Flow Affair is the film's director, Wolfgang Busch, and Brad Carpenter, and George Jagatic, the dancers in the film, and co-founders of Access Dance. Welcome, all of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to ask you a quick question right now, Wolfgang. That opening scene in the trailer we just saw was spectacularly beautiful. Where was that?
It's a combination on the West Side Highway and throughout clubs in New York.
Yeah, just that opening shot, though, I'm talking about.
Across the water, yeah. That was a World Financial Center.
Okay, well, I applaud the photographer. That's great. So tell me a bit. Let's talk a bit about how flag dancing evolved in New York City. Tell me.
Let Brad address that, or George.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Brad, take
Well,
that.
it started like as a moment of self-expression in the clubs. It could have started with wet T-shirts, quarters in handkerchiefs, fans that were made out of paper that had fabric sewn into them, and eventually evolved into weight sewn into the seams of fabric. And it started in the club scene, and then it's turned into a whole art form.
So how did it nearly die out? Was it in the AIDS epidemic?
Well, there were a lot of when people began to go in the mid '80s. I know I lost a whole group of friends at that time. All the men who were doing this were dying out, and it was actually the women who were sort of keeping it alive. The lesbian community sort of saved it from extinction.
So, George, I mean, you're one of the people, I guess, who brought it back, right?
Well, we for many years we were flagging and enjoying this as an art form, and because of my dance background, galvanized and came together as a professional performance company, and we've had much success because of the unique type of art form that it is over the years, and have had many experiences and many type of performances. What we're doing now, or what I'm doing now specifically with it, or with the movement that it came from, is I'm a creative arts therapist working at Kings County Hospital, and using the therapeutic aspect of the movement that came from the flag.
Speaking of that, I mean, you've got a flag with you here, and as long as you're talking movement, let's show something. This is it. We saw it in the film, but this is very tight quarters. I cannot tell you, we have lights overhead and very tight quarters, but this is how you do it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. How long did it take to master that?
Well, actually, George helped break it down to a language of movement.
Yeah.
So it's actually, it's you can get the first movement of the flag right away, and we've actually taught people in classes and been able to get them to feel that first movement. It's not quite like playing the violin, it doesn't take years.
You pick up very quickly.
Yeah.
What drew you, Wolfgang, to this subject, and what was it about flag dancing, or about the near disaster in the 80s with the AIDS epidemic that drew you to it?
What drew me to it is because we don't know who the originators of flagging are, and we've lost so much information, not only in the flagging community, that goes across the board in the autistic LGBT community. So it was a need that we record our oral history. So I came up with the idea we need to empower us as a community. We need to keep our legacy alive, and we recorded our history and used the DVD as a tool to keep the legacy alive.
Where can people see the film?
Our next showing is in December 9th in Philadelphia. At the Gay and Lesbian Community Center at 7 o'clock, and there's more information on flowaffair.org website. So,
Wolfgang and Brad and George, thanks for coming in.
Thank you
It's been a lot
very
of fun.
much.